Hi Sean, how are you doing? يا رب إن شاء الله تكونوا بأتم صحة وأفضل عافية يا رب. Welcome to this lesson, Traveler 2, Module 4, which is talking about the culture differences between different parts or different countries in this world. طبعا زي ما اتفقنا في الدرس الماضي في بداية الوحدة إنه we have cultures, or the culture is diversity.
Traveler.
في تنوع كبير في الثقافات وفي الحضارات وفي العادات والتقاليد حول العالم. Okay, so this passage of reading on page, I think 50, talk about these differences. Okay, so culture differences. Culture طبعا تعريف culture يعني in simple words, culture is the way of life in particular society. طريقة الحياة في أو نمط الحياة في مجتمع معين. That's mean the culture here in Saudi Arabia or in Arabian Peninsula, الثقافات والعادات والتقاليد هنا في المملكة العربية السعودية is completely different from مثلا Japan for example or Nigeria or Brazil. تختلف وقلنا الاختلافات هذه based on many things. Okay, for this passage of reading going to focus راح تركز على some of these differences, على بعض نمط أو بعض الفروقات بين الحضارات. طبعا these differences between culture include many things, تشمل عدة أشياء: greeting, clothing, food, okay, and lifestyle in general, نمط الحياة بصفة عامة. Okay, so طبعا هنا في البداية عندنا discussion. Okay, بعض الأسئلة اللي ممكن help you to concentrate. For example, this question: how do Saudis perfume their house and clothes? Perfume يعطرون طبعا using بخور or incense, البخور. Okay, هنا قالك they burn something or they light candles. طبعا هنا choose the correct answer. طبعا of course they burn something اللي هو incense or البخور. طيب فهنا سؤال ثاني قالك what's a common way, الطريقة الشائعة for people in Belgium في بلجيكا to greet each other. هل هي they kiss 3 times on the cheek في الخد, يقبلون بعضهم في الخد, أو they shake hands, مصافحة باليد. We will see, راح نشوف من خلال passage of reading هذا. طيب what does pulling the skin down under your eye mean in Japan? حركة سحب الجلد اللي تحت العين هذه, سحبها للأسفل, لها معنى في اليابان. هل هو something is boring ممل ولا something is interesting ممتع؟ فكل هالشغلات هذه إن شاء الله راح نشوفها في قطعة الريدنج هذه. فبليز kindly لطفا منكم would like to concentrate and listen carefully, لأن هذه ممكن تطور عندك مهارة يعني this section could be improve your listening skills or even reading skills. So listen carefully please.
4B. Cultural differences. 1. Reading.
They do it differently. We know what feels normal and right to do in our culture, but other cultures have customs and gestures that are different, and they may seem strange to us. So, it's easy to misunderstand someone from a culture that is different from our own. Here are a few examples.
While I was in Saudi Arabia on a business trip, I was invited to a Saudi friend's house for lunch. It was the first time I had been to a Saudi house, and I was impressed by the spectacular decoration. At lunchtime, my friend, Ibrahim, showed me into the dining room, where I met his 4 sons. The boys were talking cheerfully about their day when a man came in the room, silently carrying a beautiful cup with something burning in it. I was curious about it. I was about to ask Ibrahim to tell me more about it when a wonderful smell interrupted my thoughts. Ibrahim explained that it is a custom in Saudi Arabia to burn bakur, a kind of scented wood, to create a pleasant atmosphere. It is also polite to use bakur when you have guests. John, Boston.
طبعا تكلم عن some customs in Saudi Arabia. Okay, فتكلم على the way of Saudi Arabia to perform the place of the cloth by using bakhur or incense. Okay, we have here two words I have to explain for you. Silently, silent. Okay, silent بهدوء. I was about to ask كنت على وشك أن أسأل. Okay, let us continue.
I'm from Wisconsin, and when we meet someone for the first time, we usually shake hands. Well, I had a big surprise in Belgium. When I was introduced to my friend's brother, something occurred which made me feel uncomfortable. I said hi to him, extending my hand, and he came up to me and kissed me on the cheek. Not once, but 3 times, going from one cheek to the other. Of course, I went red and they started laughing at me. In Belgium, it's common to greet someone by kissing 3 times. Jack, Madison.
Last year I was invited to Japan by my friend Daiki. On the second day of my visit, Daiki asked me if I wanted to go to his house for dinner, and of course I said yes. It was really enjoyable, but halfway through the night I got something in my eye. So I tried to remove it with my finger. Daiki's brother saw me and he got really upset. I couldn't understand why though. I asked Daiki why his brother was angry with me, and he told me that in Japan when you pull the skin down under your eye, it shows that you find something boring. Later in the evening, I apologized to Daiki's brother and tried to clear up the misunderstanding, but I'm not sure he believed me. Peter, Miami.
So here in Belgium, the way of greeting to kiss the other person 3 times in each cheek. تقبل يعني في كل خد 3 مرات. Okay. Occurred حدث. Something occurred. حدث شيء ما. Okay. طيب. Here in Japan, when you do this act, when you do this لما تسحب الجفن اللي تحت عينك لتحت معناه هذا الشيء ممل. Okay. We have two vocabularies here, which is remove يزيل. Okay. طيب. clear up هذا أحد الأفعال المركبة تتكون من verb مع preposition. Okay. clear up يعني يوضح explain. Okay. So let's back to this question. What's a common way for people in Belgium to greet each other? According to the passage of reading, is they kiss 3 times on the cheek. What does the pulling the skin down under your eye means in Japan? Something is boring. Okay, but now let's move on. This exercise, which is try to answer these questions, which is based on the previous passage of reading. هذه الأسئلة بناء على قطعة الريدنج الماضي. First question is, why did they use bakhur in Ibrahim house? Why? طبعا ذكر إنه to perfume للتعبير. Okay? Because in custom in Saudi Arabia, to burn, it creates pleasant atmosphere لكي يخلق جو لطيف. And also polite to use bakhur when you have guests. يعني to perfume للتعطير, to create, وبرضه يعتبر نوع من أنواع الhostility الضيافة يعني. طيب. Okay, how did John first react ردة فعله when he saw bakhur burning? Okay, he was curious about it. جاه فضول يعني وش هذا اللي قاعد يحترق. Right? The second question is, or the third question is, why did Jack extend his hand? ليش مد يده? To what? To say hi. طريقة تحية. To greet. Okay, to greet. To say hi. To say hello. How did Jack feel when the man kissed him? وش حس فيه لما الشخص قبله؟ Okay. He felt uncomfortable. He went red. شعر بعدم ارتياح واحمر وجهه. طيب. Why did Peter pull the skin down under his eye? Because he got something in his eye. فهو حاول انه to clean his eye, to remove that thing. طيب. What did Peter do after the misunderstanding? شو اللي حصل؟ حاول انه يوضح يشرح وجهة نظره. He apologized, حاول يعتذر, to thank his brother and try to explain. حاول انه يوضح. Right? فهذه كانت answers of the questions, which is based on the previous passage of reading, which is talk about the different or variety of tradition and customs around the world. Okay, let's go to this exercise, which is too important because by this exercise you can expand your vocabulary. Okay, هذا يعتبر أحد التمارين اللي تثري الكلمات عندك أو زيادة كلمات عندك. طيب. Silently, without moving or without speaking. Silent هادئ. إذن without speaking. طيب. Was about to. Was ready to. مستعد أو afraid to. خائف من. كان على وشك. طيب. Occurred was said or happened. كان على وشك أن أو يحدث يعني أو حدث. Remove, take out or cover. Cover يعني يغطي. إذن take out. Clear up, explain ولا find out. Find out يعني يجد. Explain يوضح أو يشرح. silently بهدوء. About to على وشك. Occurred حدث أو طرأ. Remove يزيل. Clear up يوضح أو يشرح. طيب. Clear up ها لأن في الآن موضوع راح ناخذه عنها اللي هو verb مع prepositions. أنتم عارفين يا شباب أن في اللغة الإنجليزية there is no rule, ما في قاعدة لوضع prepositions. في عندنا we have variety of prepositions. في عندنا حروف جر مختلفة in, on, at, for إلى آخره. أوكي. there is no rule to use this preposition. فالحل الوحيد أنك تحفظها وتسوي له عملية practice في حياتك الواقعية. أوكي. طبعا خلونا أول شيء to explain this vocabularies here. Okay, and as you see here, each one of these vocabularies followed by specific a particular preposition. كل واحد من الكلمات أو الكلمات هذه أو الأفعال هذه متبوع بحرف جر مناسب له. apologize to يعتذر. apologize يعتذر. to someone for تعتذر لشخص عن doing something. اوكي لاحظ إذن apologize to someone for doing something. لاحظ just wait here. okay, apologize to. إذن to هو the correct أو the suitable preposition for this verb. okay. smile at يبتسم لي. okay. smile at someone. What about if you say smile to? No, it's wrong. The correct is smile at. Like, talk to أو talk with. كلها صحيح. Both is correct. Talk to someone about something. أتحدث مع فلان. Okay. laugh يضحك. طبعا smile يبتسم. laugh يضحك. laugh at. forget about someone. ينسى. forget about. invite someone to. Okay, invite someone to. يدعو. wait for. I'm waiting for you. Okay. introduce. طبعا wait ينتظر. introduce يقدم أو يعرف بفلان. introduce someone يعرف فلان. introduce someone to someone else. introduce أحمد to خالد يعني يعرف ما بين. lie يكذب. okay. lie to. lie يكذب. طيب. argue يجادل. okay. argue with someone about something. argue with أحمد about مثلا football match صار بينهم جدال about عن الكورة مثلا. okay. طيب. فهذه شباب زي ما قلت لك there is no rule, you have to know, you have to memorize them. طبعا the only way to be master on this preposition الطريقة الوحيدة انك تتمكن منها practice. okay. مارسها في حياتك اليومية. اوكي خلونا نشوف الآن الاكسرسايز هذا. طبعا هو هنا مسهل عليك. بعطيك they gave the preposition already. فالمطلوب انك الآن من خلال سياق النص انك fill in the blank using the correct verb. okay. let's Ali to our house for dinner next Saturday. to لاحظ هنا invite. let's invite Ali to our house. طيب. you should to Paul for being rude يعني قلة أدب أو يعني فظاظة يعني كتصرف يعني طبعا عكس polite rude. okay. apologize. you should apologize to Paul. يجب أن تعتذر. طيب. بعدين it's not polite to at people when they fall down. ليس من اللائق انه يعني fall down لما احد يسقط. من اللائق انه تضحك عليه او okay. اذا laugh at people when they fall down. طيب. don't about the appointments. it's at 8:30. appointment اللي هو الموعد. okay. the time that you set to for example to see the doctor. إذن don't forget about. you can for Dr. Saud in his surgery. اللي هو إن طبعا عارفين السيرجري هي العملية ولكن in British English that's mean clinic العيادة. is on his way. okay. you can wait. بإمكانك أن تنتظر. Sam didn't want to his family about where he was. أين كان. لا يريد أن يكذب. don't want to lie. my sisters always with each other about the housework. دائما يصير بينهم جدال وتناقش. okay. always argue with each other. دائما يتجادلون فيما بينهم بخصوص الواجب. okay. next time inshallah I will give you this grammar. it's easy. it's piece of cake which is report speech. نقل الكلام نقل الأسئلة ونقل الكوماندز الأوامر. okay. so thank you so much. if you have any questions just also if you have any comment just write to me. okay. thank you so much.